Hello, and welcome back to my eBay room here. It's inside my house, and this whole room, I think it's about a 12 by 12 room, is where I keep 95% of my eBay inventory once it's listed. I've got great sales this week. This weekend, I sold a total. There's 25 items I've got to ship today. It's $586.03. What I'm going to do today is go through the what sold, kind of give you an idea. I think the reason why sales were really good this weekend it's a back to school type thing. I think a lot of people are already thinking about their kids going back to school, the items they'll need. And I actually, a lot of people, a lot of people that don't sell clothes tend to demonize selling clothes. And I don't demonize anybody for selling anything. If you can sell it and you can move it, why demonize anybody for anything? Just do realize that sometimes clothing is a long process. And sometimes you have to be selective and there has to be reasoning. You just can't walk up to a rack, pick off 5 pieces of clothes and list them and they sell. That's not going to work. Generally, if you go to a thrift place, a whole rack of clothes, you might find a couple pieces of clothing that you really could list to sell. So just kind of take that into account. But we're going to go through some of the what sold. You're going to see some of the stuff that picked up just in the last couple of weeks sales. And some stuff took a little bit longer, but we're going to go through that first of all. If you watched the haul video from Saturday, I told you I picked up this eye clicker for $1. Told you how that these were good. College students use these in college classes, so they're real good. They sell real quick. Me being a college town, not only do I have Virginia Tech near me, I also have Radford University near me. These things are literally everywhere. So for me, they're easy to pick up. I see them pretty often. Like I say, these are even stuff I find kind of when I do my light dumpster dive. I tend to find these things, and they're not big money. This one I let it go a little cheaper. There was a little crack on the screen. It's a cosmetic crack. It's not detrimental to the thing. So I did knock off a couple bucks for that from what I normally sell it for. But other than that, it was really good. Like I said, paid $1, $15 out the door, and I do free shipping. But this is 4 ounces. It doesn't cost much, maybe $3.50 to ship. Sold Toledo Mud Hens hat. This is a minor league team. Still had the newest tags. So this was at the Goodwill for $1.99. Want to show you really quick what I do with shipping this little fella. I had my box here. 8 by 6 by 4 box. If you own a store on eBay, an eBay store, you can get your eBay supplies so much free depending on what size store you got. So I always order the 8 by 6 by 4 box. As a matter of fact, once today gets over with, I need to go ahead and do my order for this quarter. And that's what I'll be ordering is the 8 by 6 by 4 boxes. I want to show you real quick how I ship one. Well, and honestly, too, I was going to talk about this. A lot of people, when they ship, they tend to do have a big table, big workout area and all that. I don't have that. I don't do it that way. And it's not that they're wrong and I'm right and I'm wrong and they're... It doesn't matter. Everybody's style is different. And that's what I'm going to kind of tell you today, too. You do your business the way you think's best. The only thing I really can tell you that I think everybody should follow is to start small and grow your business from there. Don't go out there and buy 1,000 things and try to do that. You watch these YouTube videos sometimes and you get stars in your eyes and I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to be like him. Don't be you. Be you in your sales world. So, but you got your box made. Set aside. I always put the hat still in a plastic baggie. I'll show you here in a minute my little work area over here. But put your baggie. There's a gallon size baggies. I buy them at Walmart. No specialty there. But actually, they're really affordable. They're still, you get a box of 80 of them for $4 and something. So you're looking at about 6 cents a piece. I put them in a baggie like that. It's sealed. Then I always put a little thank you sticker. I don't go crazy. Some people put cards and stuff. I don't do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to put a thank you sticker. I'm grateful for all my customers. I stick the hat down in there because it lets it, especially be a new hat, but any hat, I like, guys like to have a certain form. If you stuck it in an envelope, like a poly mailer, it might get crushed or whatever. But put a little box, 8 by 6x4, tape it up. These things are generally 8 ounces. I will put it on my scale also, since we're talking about it. My scale, it's just a little bitty scale here. It's a Acatech or something like that, how you pronounce it. This came from Amazon, less than 20 bucks. It works wonders. I've been using this scale now for 3 years. Generally, it covers anything I cover because I tend to stay with smaller items. I find that easier to work with. So that came out 6.8 ounces. We got 8 ounces. What I do from beginning to end, just here, we'll do this item here beginning to end. So we're getting a little bit of shipping too. I'm trying to look it up here if you're wondering what I'm doing. But we had 6.8 ounces. So what I do is go ahead and just bump it up. The way UPS, the post office charges is every 4 ounces and then till a pound. And then once you're over a pound, it charges you by a pound. It charges you by location. And this is going to Ohio. 8 ounces is $3.81. I purchased a label. I do all my stuff individually. I do not bulk print labels. I think you're asking for trouble. That's also an opinion thing and not, you'll see a lot of resellers, they do bulk all at one time. I can still punch out about 10 items an hour as far as these shirts and stuff. And like a hat here, I can do about 10 items an hour. And so you take 25 items. You're looking at probably today, I've got 3 hours of shipping, packaging here. Now, of course, this video is not going to be 3 hours long. I wouldn't do that to anybody. But let's go over some more what sold. I'm not going to package the rest of them in front of you. Just want to kind of do that one. It's bought this G.I. Joe figure. It was already in the protective case at a yard sale. I paid $5 for it. I usually wouldn't have done that, but the yard sale wasn't very busy that day. I was early that day. The couple that was having the yard sale, they had another couple with them, and they were just talking. So while they were talking, I just scanned the back here, the UPC code, and these were generally going around $40. So I just, even with the protected case, $42 shipped, so I paid $5. So time you do all the fees and all that, I'm easily making an easy $20 bill. All you gotta do is box this little fella. He's taking care of himself. So that's, to me, that's easy money. Something else that sold. Now this is long tail with clothing, so this is kind of one of the not graded clothing. Now you see this Columbia new with tags, and you think, wow, why didn't that move quickly? Well, there's one thing about clothing that doesn't do well, and that's the size small. The only reason I would have ever picked that up is the new with tags, but it did take probably a year and a half or something to sell, which was too long. I don't like generally keeping clothes, but there is clothing and stuff I've had for 3 and 4 years, and it just all of a sudden sells. I've got it on racks, and I just pull it when it sells. That's the way it goes. Most time, I like clothing only be up a month to 2 months. Want to talk about, you're going to see some of the sales this weekend I had. It's kind of getting that time of year. It's not cold yet by no means. I don't know if any part of the country is super cold, but talking about back to school and back to school sales, something I sell this time of year. If you want to sell hoodie sale, especially September. I think that's hoodie month. I usually in September, if I have a hoodie in my store, it's gone by September. But this was a super nice one. This is a Nike dry fit. Got great colors, and it's a Hyper Elite. These things are pretty expensive, brand new. And this thing is clean. It's nice. I paid $4.99 for it at the Goodwill. They were literally just bringing the rack out. They had this one. I've got a blue one here. I picked up that hoodie. That'll be gone quick. I picked up a couple others. They were all 4 on a rack. They were nice. They were clean. They were extra large. And there was a Virginia Tech that was 2XL. But they were all nice, clean hoodies, full zip. I mean, there's so many boxes this thing checks that's why we picked it up and it sold. Want to go through a couple others. Here's a Orvis sweatshirt. Orvis don't sell as well as it used to at one time. But the big Orvis graphic and stuff, it's all stitched in. It was a large. I paid $1 for this at a yard sale, so you can't go wrong. This was $25.99 shipped. Go through a couple other clothing sales. Actually, what other sold other than the clothing was some of the games that I got the other weekend. I think I sold 4 or 5 different games. If you watched my haul videos from Saturday, we picked up a Wii with some games, and I said the Sonic would go for about $15. Sold that day. I listed it because video games are so easy to list. The disc was awesome. I didn't even test it because after you sell video games for a while, you'll kind of get a feel of when you need to test it, not the scratches or whatever. But this thing was clean, so it was $15 sold. Now, it did include free shipping. I generally do clothing free shipping, and I do video games free shipping and stuff. It's worked into the price. By all means, it's not free shipping. I work it into the price, but it attracts more people when you say it's free. I do that. I do free shipping a lot for stuff I can control the shipping price for. Generally, just like that hat that shipped, this will ship for around $3.54 at tops. This is where the Wii games are very light. The plastic cases are very light. Even with a manual, it won't take much. Like I say, we got a busy day today. Sold this Miami Hurricanes jersey. This actually made it to the Dollar Day at the Goodwill. Every Sunday at my Goodwill, there's stuff that they've had for 5 or 6 weeks. They make it $1. And so Sunday is, even though in my area Goodwill has gotten to the point where it's not what it used to be, you can still do good on Sundays. And I definitely, even after I do well on Saturday, sometimes with the yard sale, I still go on Sunday and source that. Now, I tend to take today I will not be sourcing. I've got 3 hours of shipping. I do have listings and stuff to do, so because you still got to list, guys. You got to list. The only way you're going to sell stuff is to list it. Now, I, as a whole, recommend, say if you've got 25 items to list, say you did real good on yard sales, and you've got 25 items to list, I would recommend you list 5 items a day for 5 days to keep the eBay algorithm going properly. Now, there'll be some people say, you got stuff, just go ahead and list it. Well, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. That's, again, you run your business as you see fit, no matter what size it is. No matter if you've got 5 items, 50 items, or like me, I just cracked the 1,000 item mark. As a whole, though, I got to say, being at 1,000 items now, I'm kind of to the point where I'm pretty happy where I'm at size-wise. If this gets to the point where it's 15 to 2,000, we're going to have to do something else. And I mean, I'm not talking about like hiring an employee or something, just some different way of organizing and distributing. This is not my setup here. The only way anybody finds stuff is me finding stuff. It would be very tough for somebody else to walk in and find all this stuff. So my organization definitely could use some help. Sold also this Robert Graham shirt. Had this really nice check. It's big size. It's 2XL. Robert Graham sells okay. I would recommend if you do the Robert Graham thing, look for fanciness, because this one's not super fancy, or big sizes. Now this is a bigger size. I think it's an 18. It kind of works out to 2XL. I think it's even kind of long. I think I listed it as kind of long too. Also with clothing, I fought it for years, but don't fight it. Measure your clothing, and there's only two measurements you really need that'll suffice, and that's the armpit to armpit, and from the top of the collar to the bottom of the collar, and that'll save you on a lot of returns. Just put it in there. It doesn't mean a lot of people still don't read the descriptions, but it's not that hard. It's a few extra seconds. It's well worth measuring. I didn't do it for a long time. I followed it, and I decided as kind of a New Year's how I'm going to improve my business. I started measuring, and I noticed my returns on clothing went way down. Like I said in summary, I got 25 items. I'm not going through that whole list. If you got clothing you gotta sell, I'd recommend you get it up now. It's back to school time. The kids are going to be going back to school in about the next 2 weeks in my area. That's college and the schools, the elementary, high school, that type of stuff. I want to show you one last thing. This is how I do. Like I said, I do all my shipping sitting right here. I'll get some music going here in a little while. Can't play music here because, I get busted on YouTube. But I get a little music going. I got a little jam box here. And this is how I set up my, I've got, let's see here, how am I do this? But see, I've got this card here set up. It's a little like you get from IKEA. And then I've got these little basket things. And I just hang everything, and it still probably is not very good. I'm just doing this with a camera phone, but it's got these little baskets, and I hook those on. But that's kind of how I ship everything, guys. I don't have a big work area or anything. This little cart kind of has it all. For what all I need, what I do is I say the big stuff for last. And I'll knock that out last. But these clothing, they all just go in these, I put them in this bag here. That shirt will go in that bag here. And then I slide that into a poly mailer. Now, some people would skip this. And that's fine. Like I say, once again, that's your business. These are about 6 cents a piece. To me, it's worth 6 cents. To give that added protected thing. You don't know. I love my post office people. They do well. I'm very proud of them. My area, they're wonderful. They really are. But some areas, they're not as wonderful. They may not handle your stuff as well as you would want them to. So I do the bag. I do this bag. I slap a label on it. It goes into this. Now, I don't do the IKEA bag stuff. Nothing against the people that do IKEA bag, but I got my great big bag here. I get this at flea markets and stuff. Generally, these are about $2 a piece. They are very sturdy. I put it up against any IKEA bag, and they're $2 a piece generally. They used to be $1, but inflation. But then this was inflation even before this last year. They went up to $2, but it's well worth $2. This is my weekend bag. Now I do have a smaller bag here that I picked up from Cracker Barrel. This is my generally during the week bag. Now, with 25 items today, we're going to need both of them. So, anyway, I got to get to shipping. And I'm glad you joined me. Like I say, like, subscribe, leave me comments. I will answer your questions. I'll talk about it in a video if you want me to. I'll do a whole video on whatever subject you like. Like I said, I've been on eBay selling for over 20 years. I've been selling seriously like this type style for about 5 years now. I'm not a rookie to this. I've even sold, some of you may know, I sold coupons on eBay for a long time until eBay kind of changed that all around. But I sold coupons on eBay. I've sold a little bit of everything. I've sold coins. I've sold coins that were worth thousands of dollars on eBay before. So, it is what it is. I do have the experience. This isn't some newbie. And I've kept my job. I'm still working a full-time job. This is not my full day. But now I will tell you that I eventually want this. This is what I want to do all the time. This and, if I had to pick up a part-time job, that'd be fine. But this is what I enjoy. This is my passion. And if you don't want this as your passion, by all means, don't get into it. I like the thrill of the hunt. I like, going to a sale and you never know what you're going to walk upon. That's so much fun. I had so much fun this past Saturday, and you saw it in the haul video. Even though I was pouring off sweat and all that, man, I had excitement. Even though my neck and arm are in crazy pain sometimes, it was just excitement to get out there and find the stuff. All right, so I've talked long enough, longer than I wanted to. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.